Okay, so let's discuss your homework and then we'll proceed further with the new topics. Bitte lesen Sie das vor.
Okay. Meine Hauptstadt in Jahre,
Im Jahr 2030
ja,
meine Hauptstadt.
meine Hauptstadt in Jahr 30, 2030. Delhi ist die Hauptstadt von Indien. Diese Stadt hat viele Gescheiter und es ist voller Infrastruktur. Bin zum Jahre 2030 Delhi wird ein großer U-Bahn-Netz haben. Gegenwärtig Delhi ist die Haus von 29 Millionen Menschen, aber bis zum Jahre 2030 die Zahl wird auf 37 Millionen steigen. Die, die
Name der Menschen.
Tsunami der Menschen wird Verschmutzung steigen und die Stadt wird ein äh, Gaskammer.
Okay, can you tell me the meaning from here, from Gegenwärtig? What do you mean by all these lines?
Okay, Gegenwärtig means currently Delhi is the house of around 29 million people.
Hmm.
But by year 2030, the number will increase to 37 million.
And here, Delhi ist das Haus, not the House, das Haus von 29 Millionen Menschen. Und hier die Zunahme der Menschen. Was meinten Sie damit?
Sorry, the
Die
Tsunami. Okay, the Tsunami there mentioned weird Vermustung steigen means
Verschmutzung.
Verschmutzung. So
Meaning.
means the pollution is increasing. Sorry, as the number are increasing of the people, also the pollution is increasing,
Hmm.
and the and soon it will become a gas chamber.
Okay. Hmm. So here, if you could recall, we were doing chapter number 7
Okay.
about relationships and all. And here we have one quick grammar topic which I want to talk about before we proceed further. So here, if you could remember these lines which we did, everything here was in past tense. There were two sentences, Hauptsatz and Nebensatz, and
Mm.
both the sentences were in completely past tense. Now,
Right.
if you could recall, while we were learning past tense, few classes back, I showed you this timeline, right?
Right.
This
Right.
timeline of tenses. So
Mm-hmm.
here we are here today. Then there is past tense,
Mm.
like something which has happened like a minute ago or something like recent past. Then we
Mm-hmm.
have simple past where we use completely past tense. Ich habe, ich hatte. So it's like simple past tense. But then we have another action which is called plusquamperfect. So one is we have like normal perfect tense, wie zum Beispiel ich habe das gemacht oder ich habe etwas gelernt. So here this is like you can say in perfect form and this is in present tense. So this becomes present perfect tense. But when I write ich hatte das gemacht, this becomes plusquamperfect or you can say past perfect tense. So
Correct.
present perfect tense and this is past perfect tense. So if we talk about the structure of the sentence, this is pretty simple. It's just what you have to do. You just have to make a past form of haben and sein plus Participe soi. Participe soi is nothing but the third form
Third form.
of any verb. So
Correct.
here, haben, we know hatte, and sein, we know waren, and we have learned the conjugation also. So the
Mm-hmm.
construction is pretty simple, but it is important that we understand the usages of it, in what all cases it can be used. So as I mentioned previously also, in like speaking form, usually past perfect tense or plusquamperfect tense is not very much used. People prefer to say, or people prefer to talk in present perfect tense or simple present tense or simple perfect tense. This plusquamperfect tense is basically used in schriftlich form when you are writing any article or any novel, or if you read anything, there it will be used, or if something which you are explaining which has happened like a long ago, completely happened in the past tense. Now there can be a lot of cases. So here, like in this book, we've seen there were two sentences. One was Hauptsatz and one was Nebensatz. So it can be used in that way also. If we talk about construction, so it can be Hauptsatz plus Nebensatz, or it can be Hauptsatz plus Hauptsatz only, or it can be one single sentence only. So it's not necessary that if there is Hauptsatz plus Nebensatz, or if there are or two sentences, then only you can use plusquamperfect. No, even in the single sentence which has happened long ago, then also you can use this past perfect tense. Like I told you, ich hatte das gemacht. If something you have done recently, you can say ich habe das gemacht. Or let's
Mm-hmm.
say if you have learned something long ago when you were a child, then you will obviously say like ich hatte Französisch gelernt, oder als ich Kind war hatte ich Französisch gelernt. Like as I was child, I learned French. As I was child, I learned German. Or like long ago, I did something. So for recent, you can use present perfect tense, and for something which has happened long ago, you can mention plusquamperfect. So in single sentence also, plusquamperfect can be used. And as I said, it can be used in two sentences, where one sentence will be main sentence and neighboring sentence. Plus, there can be a situation where both the sentences will be Hauptsatz. Hauptsatz means both the sentences can exist individually. Now, there are few points which you have to keep in mind. This usually happens very less. Usually it is used in like when we have two sentences, but it is not like mandation. So there will be two activities happening. So once let's say we have a situation where two activities are happening. For example, we have one basically when we have two sentences like
Mm-hmm.
here, so there will be obviously two activities, and then there will be one followed by another. Something happened and then something happened. So when we
Right.
have two activities, something which happened initially and something which happened later. So the first activity which happens, the first activity, the first incidents which took place
Mm.
will have plusquamperfect, and second activity have simple past tense. So that's how you will make the sentence when you have two sentences. So the first activity which happens will be in plusquamperfect, that is past perfect, and the second activity followed by the first one will be simple past
Simple.
tense. So the idea basically is pretty simple, and the usages is also very simple, but it's just that it is important that we know that this thing also exists, though it is not used very frequently,
Mm-hmm.
but still. Now let's see some of the examples. This is a very short topic basically. We'll read some of the examples here, and then we'll try to understand. Can you read that please?
Ja. Ich war gestern Abend sehr müde, dann ich hatte den ganzen Tag ger gearbeitet.
Gearbeitet. So now there are two activities that you worked whole day and then you got tired. So obviously first activity is that you worked all day. That is
Mm.
why you got tired. So here
Mm.
in the first activity, irrespective of the fact whether it's happening in Nebensatz or Hauptsatz, the first activity which is happening, in that we will use Plusquamperfekt. So ich war gestern Abend sehr müde. Yesterday evening I was very tired.
Hmm. So this is
Because
the simple past.
yes, simple past. Then den, that means because. Den ich hatte den ganzen Tag gearbeitet. Hatte, I had worked. I had worked whole day.
Right.
Nummer 2.
Er konnte nicht mitkommen, der hatte sich das Bein gebrochen.
Sich das Bein gebrochen, that means he broke his leg. Sich brechen, to break. Das Bein, that means leg. Und sich
Right.
brechen, that means to break. To break yourself or to hurt yourself. And what does this mean?
He cannot come.
He cannot,
He
he
can come.
could not can, could. Conta है ना यहाँ पे,
Right.
past.
Past
So
tense, yeah.
he could not come along because he had broke his leg. Not he has broken his leg, but he had broken his leg. Had broken.
Had broken. Right.
Nummer 3.
The the future. This is future.
Freud.
Freud. Sie freute sich auf die Reise, dann sie war noch nie in Japan
Gewesen.
gewesen. So he,
She.
she,
Ihn
sorry,
freute sich. Sich freuen, that means to be happy. And past tense, freute.
Freute. So she was she was very happy
About the
uh,
trip.
about the trip because she had no,
She had never been in
never been to
Japan.
Japan.
Yes. So here we have like the main sentence, the main verb, sorry, and the helping verb. Both are sein. And one has been used as a helping verb or auxiliary verb. So we have used war here, and then here we have used the third form of sein. That means to be. She had or had and never been for be gewesen.
So why
Hmm.
why in the second sentence we used harder, okay, with r, and in this third case we are using var with the
Yes, because while reading the this topic basically how we make perfect tense, I told you na some rules like where we use waren, like where we use sein with what all verbs,
right.
bleiben, werden, and sein as a main verb. With all these three verbs, we will be using always sein as a helping verb.
Correct.
Verstanden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, what's the difference between this then and why? Like, it is same, right? Like, we can use both, right?
Yes,
Uh,
it's just the sentence construction or the sentence structure differs. So here we are using
yeah,
then. So we are using the conjugated verb at
like
second frame.
we can use both, right? Like, in all the sentence. For example, in the first sense, they use then. We can also use while, but then the hatter will goes to the end.
So
That's
you cannot use both, but you can use either one of them.
oh
And while
yeah,
you while
exactly.
the conjugated verb will go at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, dann Nummer 4. Äh, Sam, bitte lesen Sie das vor.
Ja, ich kam zu spät zur Arbeit, denn ich hatte den Bus verpasst. I came late to the work because I have missed the bus.
Yes, I had missed the bus. Missed and I had. And then this sentence also in plusquamperfect, and the initial sentence is in simple past tense. Okay, Nummer 4. Sam?
Oh ja, ich musste mich ausruhen, then ich war zu schnell gelaufen. Uh,
Gelau.
uh, gelaufen. I must be ausruhen. Was ist ausruhen?
To relax. I had to relax myself. Sich
Oh,
ausruhen. To relax oneself.
I had
And Mr.
to relax myself
I had,
because I was walking fast.
I ran very fast, or I
I,
was running very fast. Hmm. Okay, number six, Ashwini.
Yeah, wir waren sehr überrascht,
There
uh,
you were touched. Very surprised.
überrascht, uh, weil, weil wir das nicht erwartet hatten.
Hmm.
So we were very surprised because we hatten erwarten.
Erwarten, that means to expect.
Okay, so we were not expecting
Hmm. That.
this that
Or we hadn't expect that.
we hadn't. Yeah, this is the right.
Nummer sieben, Sam.
glaubte ihr nicht, dass sie so oft gelogen hatte. I didn't think it. I didn't think about it. Da sie so oft gelogen hatte. What is gelogen?
Lügen, that means to lie. Gelogen, lied. And he.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. He didn't
He,
think that.
he
It is already.
believed her not. He did not believe her.
Ah.
Ear. He,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
her.
Okay. He did not believe her. Um, that soon. But then, where is while or then? No, nothing is used here actually.
The. The also means like can be used as a combined word, which
Uh-huh.
also means because or due to that
Okay. Okay.
or as.
Because
So
uh,
that has many meanings. As
yeah.
she has already lied or she had already lied often.
Often. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Number A,
This is year, so this will be like no, him. He didn't believe him.
her, ear, her.
Yes, right, right.
And then here also we have Zina.
Correct.
Okay, number 8.
Ich reife ihn sofort an,
Hmm.
nachdem ich Hause gekommen war.
Hmm.
So, reif
Un,
is
unrufen. It's a
uh,
separable verb. So
right,
then baris and then past tense of rufen, rief. Ich rief ihn sofort an. I immediately called him.
called.
Nachdem ich nach Hause gekommen war. After I arrived home or as soon as I arrived home, I called him. So first you came home and then only you called him now. So that is
Right.
why with this sentence we have used Plusquamperfect. And this is in simple past. Number 9.
Is it my okay? Before sie die Entschuldigung traf, hatte sie
Entscheidung. Entscheidung.
okay, sorry, Entscheidung traf, hatte sie mit ihren Eltern gesprochen, before they uh,
Hmm.
meet. Uh,
Before she could decide something, Entscheidung traf, this traf
decide.
basically the past tense of treffen. Before she could decide something or before she could reach or meet to the decision, basically
Okay.
in that sense it has written here.
Mm-hmm.
She had
Okay.
already discussed this with her
With the
parents.
parents. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nachdem seinen Fehler zu, zuge, zugegeben hatte, hat sich entschuldigt.
Entschuldigt.
Entschuldigt, yeah.
Hmm. Meaning
Means after um, after he
hmm.
what is zugegeben?
Zugegeben is like admitted. So after he admitted his mistake, he excused himself, or he asked for an apology, or he excused himself after he realized or admitted his mistake. So obviously you will realize or accept your mistake first, and then you will apologize yourself, right? So this is
Right.
the first incidence or first activity, and this is the consequence of that. Okay, Nummer 11.
Ja, ich hatte gerade geschlafen, als jemand an der Tür klingte. I had now slept. I have slept right now.
I've just
As
slept.
I just slept, and someone was like belling, ringing the
Someone
calling bell, I
knocked the
guess.
door or ring the door. So
Yeah.
first you got slept, and then somebody knocked the door now. So you're saying like, I just had a sleep, or I just fall asleep, and then as somebody just knocked the door.
Okay. Mhm.
Nummer 2.
Sie hatte Deutsch nicht gemocht. Das ändert sich, als sie nach Berlin kam.
Hmm.
So
This
she
is
had
Deutsch. This is Deutsche, as in German people. Deutsche, German. So she did not like German. German not as in language, but people.
German people, right?
So she
She
did German.
that's because
No, no, no. There is no because. These are like two separate sentences, no commas. Das änderte sich, which it got changed as she went to Berlin. Or as soon as she came to Berlin, this view changed. So this is the second activity because this got changed, and then this is the first activity. Like before she could like stay, or before she could meet German people or to be in Berlin, actually she used to dislike, or she did not like Germans very much.
okay.
So
Um,
that's
ja. Wir waren nicht zu Hause gewesen, also du uns besuchen kommst. We were not at home. What is gewesen?
to be, being,
Twice? Ah, okay.
sein,
So like, we're
waren,
not at home. Okay. We were not at home. So therefore, du uns besuchen kommst. You came to see us. Also is like, uh,
so, or there. So also has like also many meanings, like we have for the.
okay.
So we are not at home, so you could meet us, or you could come to meet
Okay.
us, or you could
Okay.
visit.
Mhm.
Ich war gerade 18 geworden, als ich meine Freundin hier
Heiratete, heiratete.
heiratete. So I was
Hmm.
what?
I just got 18, or I just turned 18, or became 18 years old. But with age, we don't say became, we say turned. So as
Okay,
I was like just turned 18 as I married my friend. So initially, like first activity that you turned 18, and then only you married. So this is the first activity, and this is the second.
simple past. Okay, so the second activity will be in simple past and first into
Hmm.
past perfect.
Past perfect. Waren na sein geworden, and then sein war.
Right.
Uh,
Ja, ich hatte nicht gewusst, dass wir bereits zu Hause waren. I had not known dass wir bereits zu Hause waren. That we are ready to be at home.
that we are already bereits as in already.
Or,
So I did not realize, or I did not know that we are already at home. Maybe this is like somebody, maybe small kid who is saying, who was in sleep, and he did not realize that we are already at home. So now, is the topic clear that how we have to use it? And as I said, there can be three cases where both the sentences will be main sentence, or one sentences can be
Mm-hmm.
Hauptsatz, and another can be Nebensatz, or there can be a single sentence also, which will be completely in past perfect tense.
Okay, so the first sentence should be in past, and second should be in the past uh, perfect,
It's not,
right?
no, it's not about the first sentence or second sentence. If you have two sentences in any
Mm-hmm.
situation, so obviously there are two activities, right? So activity which happens first, so the
Mm-hmm.
first activity which has happened will
Okay,
have plusquamperfect. Like
plus.
here in last few sentences we have used plusquamperfect in first sentence
Okay,
because the
yeah.
activity happened first. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not the placement of the sentence, but the activity which has happened first.
Okay, okay, got it. Mm-hmm.
So it should not be like Hauptsatz or Nebensatz will have simple past or past perfect, but you should pay attention to the activity.
So the activity will be in plusquamperfect, right?
The first activity will
Yeah.
be
Okay.
in plusquamperfect. Yeah, the first activity will have plusquamperfect and second activity will have simple past
See.
tense.
Okay, good.
Let me highlight it. Hmm. Jetzt gehen wir weiter. So before we start new chapter, there is like one more topic or one more text you can say, which we will be reading, and then we'll start the new chapter. So here we have some like small informations given followed by some text. So we'll read the text and then we'll figure out like which sentence, which small sentence followed by which text goes with which text. Okay. So here this seventh chapter was about relationships, families and fightings. So here also they are talking about all the fights. So each one of you will read like one sentence. Uh, Sam, let's start with you. You will read the first and third one, and Ashwini, you will read the second one.
Yeah, sure. Äh, Anja, 87, ich finde, wenn man sich wirklich liebt, dann streitet man auch nicht. Ähm, Streit ist Gift für jede Beziehung. Man muss aber eben der eine nachgeben, mal der andere. Und wenn man wirklich tolerant ist, kann man auch die Meinung des anderen akzeptieren. Das gilt auch für Freundschaften und bei der Arbeit. Ähm,
Hmm. So here this gift is not like normal gift or present, but this gift means poison, and giftig means poisonous.
mhm.
Here in German there are like a lot of false friends. So when you have gift in German, that does not mean present. That means
Poison.
poison. Giftig, that means poisonous. Okay. So here, this female is saying, I find that when somebody actually loves, then they usually do not fight. Fight is basically a poison for every relationship. Beziehung is relationship. Mal muss eben der eine nachgeben, mal der andere. So at times, one has to give in a lot of, one has to give in, and then at times the other has to, like both has to like live with mutual understanding. At times one has to do some efforts and at times the other person has to do some efforts. Und wenn man wirklich tolerant ist and once and like whenever one is actually a tolerant person, kann man auch die Meinung des anderen akzeptieren. So when you are actually a very tolerant person, you can actually accept other people's, other persons views or their beliefs. Das gilt auch für Freundschaft und bei der Arbeit. And that applies also in friendship and also at work. Okay, Nummer zwei.
Yeah. Messi, null Vier, Erweich, Erweich Harmonie gibt es nicht. Manchmal ist man einfach genervt. Deshalb ist doch ein Beziehung nicht zu Ende. Meine Freundin und ich streiten häufig. 10 Minuten später haben wir das schon wieder vergessen. Man darf nicht jedes Wort auf die Goldwaage legen. Äh, Deswegen finde ich viel schlimmer.
Hmm. Did you understood what they are talking about here?
Means when there is no harmony, uh,
Ewig Harmony gibt es nicht. So here, like, there is nothing like eternal harmony.
manchmal is man. Means sometime um, is man is always
Hmm.
what is genervt is,
Genervt,
yeah, or means what is the meaning of this?
irritated. At times, a person is little irritated.
Irritated.
That's
Okay.
why. That's why.
That's why Doc eine Beziehung nicht zu Ende. So this is why the relationship um, nicht to end. It is the reason of means, relationship to end.
Okay. Hmm.
Nicht is there, but I'm not sure ki this is
No
right or
problem. Please discuss it again.
okay. Meine Freundin und ich streiten häufig. Means my friend and I fight. Uh, häufig is usually means or a lot.
My friend and I fights a lot, often. Like,
Yeah, 10 minutes smarter haben. 10 minutes later, we have the shown Viter.
after
We
10
have
minutes, we forget that
that
already.
again.
Hmm.
Man darf nicht means uh, one should not have word on the gold legin gold. What is this gold wager? Like
Guys, just give me a minute.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, man darf nicht jedes Wort auf die Goldwaage legen. So, what is Goldwaage?
Goldwager Legen, as in here, it means like a person should not put each and every word on the gold scale. Goldwager is like a gold scale. Now,
So,
I'm not clear like what exactly they are trying to say here, but it's like you should not be very calculative for each of the word the person is saying.
right. Schweigen finde ich viel schlimmer. And
Hmm.
so I find it very um, I find silence very bad. Or
Hmm.
I
I
find silence very bad.
it feel schlimmer. So like remaining silent, I find very bad. Schweigen, that means to remain silent. Okay, Numadrai. Sam, could you read that, please? You're on mute.
You
Sorry. Hello.
Yes, you're audible now. Could you please
Uh,
read the third sentence? First
Manchmal
paragraph.
muss man sich Kritik gefallen lesen.
Lassen.
Wichtig ist, dass man ruhig bleibt. Sätze wie du machst immer, nie sollte man vermeiden. Da eskaliert der Streit schnell. Besser ist es, wenn man Ich-Aussagen formuliert, ich wünsche mir oder ich würde gern, das muss man ein bisschen üben, dann gelingt es auch.
Hmm.
Read
Meaning,
with a like. What is critic?
like criticism.
Okay, so man should read it with like
It's not lesen. It's lassen. Lassen as in to let. So a person at times, manchmal muss man sich Kritik gefallen lassen. A person at times should accept the criticism also. Sich
okay,
gefallen lassen as in like to like something or as in to accept something. So at times a
okay,
person
okay.
should accept the criticism also.
Uh,
Wichtig is, hmm,
Important is, dass man ruhig bleibt. When that man in a peace, staying in a peace,
important is that person remains calm.
remains calm. Sätze wie du machst immer, nie sollte man vermeiden. What is vermeiden?
Vermeiden. It's not
Vermeiden?
vermieden.
Vermeiden? Yeah.
Hmm.
What is that?
So vermeiden means avoided.
Okay. So man
Sentence
should avoid
like
always or no
hmm.
something man should avoid.
Okay. So here they are saying sentences like Zetsavi and then these sentences a person should always avoid. So sentences like this that you always do that or you never do that, like when you are accusing something. So accusative sentences basically when you are like complaining or accusing somebody for something. So you should usually avoid such sentences. Das
Okay.
eskaliert der Streit schnell. It escalates the fight quickly or it increases the fight. Besser ist es. It is better than man ich Aussage formuliert. So instead of using like lot of do in the sentences when you're talking to a partner, it's better that you use like lot of I sentences, ich sentences, ich wünsche mir oder ich würde gern, like I would like to do that or I would do that or I was wrong instead of saying you were wrong. So in order to reduce the fight or to avoid the fight, here they are suggesting that a person should use I words instead of using such sentences. Das muss man ein bisschen üben. This is something a person has to practice. Dann gelingt es auch. And it also succeeds. Gelingen oder gelingt succeeds. So you can also try that and you can get success in that. Success as in order to avoid fights. Verstanden?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now let's discuss what all these also used past wo.
Yeah. Mm,
Like out of these six, what all three can fit in here?
okay. I think the second one will be a harmony is wichtig.
Hmm. Here, das ist D. Harmonie ist wichtig.
Third one is streiten kann man lernen.
Hmm. Here,
Yeah. B.
okay.
Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
it looks
And the first
sensible
one.
here.
And the
And
first one is conflict with
with,
colleague.
with
Ashwini, what
first,
are you saying?
yeah,
आपकी बात
the
नहीं आ
last one, Zoom alter gehören Konflikte.
रही.
This should go to the first one.
Yep. Okay. And any other information which can suit anywhere?
The first one is for regarding the colleague. So
Hmm.
this also means there was something mentioned about the Arbeit. So this can also go with the first one.
Right. Konflikte mit Kollegen. Hmm.
Right, it means fighting can be a learning. Man can learn.
No, streiten can be a learning. Streiten kann man lernen. So a person can learn, not
Learn.
in like the negative sense, not in like the like a negative aspect that you should learn how to fight, but in the sense that how you should avoid it. If you are in the situation of fighting, you should learn how to avoid it, or in order to learning how to handle the situation in that sense.
So this can go with the last one.
Hmm. Yes. Okay. Now, as a homework, what you have to do, this is exercise day. Schreiben Sie eigenen Text zum Thema Streiten. So here, like we have the short text given on this particular topic, you also will be writing a small text on the same topic, Streiten. Like maybe any situation you can explain, or what are your thoughts on this particular topic, or any suggestions which you can give to avoid or to handle such situations. Okay,
Yeah.
so please note it down as your homework. Das ist Aufgabe 8b, Seite 11.
Elf.
11.
This is a new book or
Second book, na?
second? Yeah.
B1.2. So in the first book we had 6 chapters followed by practice material, and here also we have like 6 chapters followed by practice material.
Yeah.
Let's find we are on. So now I'm starting a new chapter which is on Kopf bis Fuß, from head till feet, as in from head to toe, you can say. So here they're talking about Gesundheit und Körperteil, like something about your body, your health, or overall health. These are the topics which will be discussed in this particular chapter. So I'll start with this particular exercise. Here we have one audio exercise. You will be listening to three people. Dann hören Sie drei Aussagen. There will be three conversations, or three, you can say, like people explaining something. Wer lebt am gesündesten? And who of all three people are living the most, or the healthiest life? So first, this will be an audio exercise. Then these are reading exercise, which you will be reading, and you will try to tell the answer. So I'm just playing the audio for this Aufgabe 2.
2. Person A.
Audible, right?
Testaufgabe 2. Person A.
Also ich mache nicht so viel Sport, aber ich merke schon, dass ich mich bewegen muss. Das Einzige, was ich an Sport mache, ist mit dem Fahrrad in die Arbeit zu fahren. Das sind dann jeden Tag 8 Kilometer. Das ist nicht viel, aber besser als nichts. Und ich merke, dass es mir gut tut. Eigentlich sollte ich wirklich mehr Sport machen, aber ich habe so wenig Zeit. Und nach der Arbeit bin ich dann immer müde und schaffe es nicht, noch zum Fitness zu gehen.
Person B. Sport? Oh, ich weiß nicht. Ich finde, Sport ist Mord. Ich habe zum Beispiel einen Kollegen, der hat sich beim Fußballspielen ganz schlimm am Fuß verletzt. Jetzt ist er 2 Wochen krankgeschrieben. Also für mich ist das nix. Da entspanne ich mich lieber auf dem Sofa und sehe Sport im Fernsehen. Person C.
Wenn ich nicht so viel Sport machen würde, würde ich meinen Alltag nicht schaffen. Früh aufstehen, den Kindern Frühstück machen, aufpassen, dass sie pünktlich zur Schule gehen, dann schnell zur Arbeit, auf dem Rückweg von der Arbeit einkaufen, dann Mittagessen machen, die Kinder motivieren, Hausaufgaben zu machen und mit ihnen lernen, Haushalt und oft auch von zu Hause aus noch arbeiten. Wenn ich da nicht jeden Tag zum Joggen gehen kann und am Wochenende in die Berge, dann schaffe ich das nicht. Ich brauche den Sport dringend, um Stress abzubauen und fit zu sein.
Aufgabe 3 B und C. Gespräch 1.
Guten Morgen.
Okay, verstanden? So, wer lebt am gesündesten?
Personen A, I guess.
Person A. And Ashwini, is it possible that you can explain what this person B was saying? And Sam, you can say what person C was saying?
Yeah. So person B was saying about sports, means he was surprised with the sports. He don't like it, I guess, and
Hmm.
his colleagues do sports. They play sports, but he likes to sit on sofa and watch TV. Means
Hmm.
he watch sports on TV.
He don't do it on his own, but he like to watch it on TV only. And what about person say? What was she saying, Sam?
Person say like he just wake up and then he makes food for his kinder and then
She.
see
Sam,
see see
repeat.
she makes food for his her kinder.
Hmm.
Then like she motivates the kids to like learn,
Hmm.
and that's all like I heard, I guess.
Yeah, and at times she over the weekend also she do some sports activity, but that is not very regular.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The
mentioned
pitch
jogging, I guess.
Yes. Oder in die Berge fahren.
burger farm like to mountain like
To go into the mountains. Okay, now we have some text to read and find the answers. So, Ashwini, can you please read question number 3, all the options, and try to tell us the answer? If there is any new word, I'll tell you the meaning.
Es ist Sommer, die Sonne schneit,
Shine,
was schneit, was machen,
shine.
shine, shine. So it is summer, sun, the sun shines.
Hmm.
What you do? So A, ich liege mich den ganzen Tag in die Sonne, dann werde ich schon braun. So I lie in the sun whole day.
Hmm.
Then I will already brown, means about tanning something.
Like getting tan.
What is shown here? Shown is
Already.
already, na?
Is shown brown, like I'm pretty tan. So shown at it means like beauty or pretty in the sense of like appearance also, but it can be used in the sense of like pretty also, like I'm already pretty brown. Shown brown. So I'm lying all day in the sun and I will get pretty brown or quite brown. Then
Ist Creme mit
no,
Sonnencreme?
this whole exercise is for
Okay.
Ashwini only. He'll read all the options and then tell us which option suits with this question.
Okay. So, ich kriege mich mit Sonnencreme ein und bleibe in Sch- Schatten. So,
Hmm.
I cream myself um, with a sunscreen, and I'll stay in uh, Schatten is
Shelter.
shelter, shelter, right? Okay. Say, ich creme mich nicht ein. Ich gehe in Wasser, ins Wasser. Dort ist es schon cool. So I don't cream myself. I go into the water. There I am pretty means
There it
pretty
is
cool.
already like cold or cool.
Yeah.
So which option suits here?
When the sun is shining in the summer, so I think
What do you do? Like here in this picture, what is this person doing?
like put sunscreen and stay in the shade.
Yes. So ich creme mich mit Sonnencreme ein und bleibe im Schatten.
But all three can be right now. Some can, lie down in the sun and get tanning, and other can get into the water.
Hmm. Like most suitable is this one only.
Yeah.
Okay. Welches Essen ist am besten für die Gesundheit? A, B oder C? Sam.
But Essen is best for the Gesundheit. So which food is best for the health?
Hmm.
Fish with rice and Gemüse, fish with rice and vegetables, swine braten in Norden. So beef, right?
Like
Uh,
roasted pork, Schweinbraten, roasted pork with noodles.
noodles, okay. And pasta mit Tomaten. Ich
Hmm.
denke Fisch mit Reis und Gemüse. A.
Hmm. Sorry, this noodle is like not noodles. It's something like dumplings or momos, you can say.
Okay.
Hmm. So this is Fisch mit Reis und
Reis und
Gemüse.
Gemüse. Mhm.
Okay, Nummer 5, Ashwini.
Yeah.
Warum schnarchen manche Menschen? Why some people snores? Schnarchen. That means to snore.
Okay. So, das Schnarchen ist ein sehr äh, alter Method, wilder
Sorry,
it's okay. Tiere zu So,
Peryagan.
Ferriagan. So the snoring is is very old method.
Hmm.
Uh, Old method. Wild animal zoo Ferriagan is
Peryagan to chase. Like it's a very
okay,
old method to chase
wild
wild
animal.
animals. Okay.
Im Schlafer sind die Muskeln locker.
Hmm.
Wir mit offenem Mut schlaft schnarcht.
Hmm.
So
In
in
Schlaf.
sleep, muscular locker. Muscular is like
Like some of the muscles get locked or blocked or get shrinked, and who sleeps with open mouth, where mit so whosoever sleeps with open mouth, he snores.
okay.
Hmm. And number
Men,
five.
Menschen, die so dick sind, schnarchen beim Atmen in Schlaf. So
Hmm.
people who are fat
Hmm.
uh, snore beim Atmen in Schlaf, snore with
With the
uh,
breathing.
breathing, yeah, breathing while sleeping. Huh?
Hmm. So which option suits the best?
Um, First one,
Second one.
second one.
Yes, because anyone, be it like fat or slim, so it's not necessary that only fat people snores in the sleep, but anyone can sleep. Because anyone who has this issue of getting some of the nose muscles blocked, so they tend to sleep with open mouth, and whosoever sleeps with open mouth, he or she snores,
So,
irrespective of whether they are fat or slim. Okay, Nummer 6. Wie können Sie Ihr Herz stärken? How can you make your heart stronger or healthier? Sam?
Ja, wie können Sie Ihr Herz stärken? Ich bewege mich viel, mache Gymnastik. Ich trinke ausreichend Kaffee. Ich esse oft rohes oder blutiges Fleisch. The first one. But
Hmm.
then, what's ausreichend?
Ausreichend is like amazing. I drink amazing coffee,
Okay,
and
the
then
first
I
one.
eat at times rohes und blutiges Fleisch. Like you can say like red meat, raw, rohes, raw, and blutiges is like red meat, raw and red meat. So obviously it's not very good for heart health. So option number A is the correct one.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, Nummer 7. Wie können Sie Ihr Gehirn fit halten? Ashwini.
yeah, so we können see ear Gerin felt halten means how can you keep
Keep your head or your brain healthy, or keep it fit,
ich
keep your mind fit.
right. So ich schreibe mir alles auf, damit ich nicht vergesse. Means I write everything. I write everything and don't forget.
Hmm.
I don't
So
forget
that
anything.
I don't forget anything. Hmm.
B is ich strenge mich täglich. Strenge is fight, na?
Strenge mich täglich einbischen, like to get strong, a day, like to practice, or you can
Okay,
say.
practice every day. Bis besetzen. Uh, uh, I
Hmm.
practice.
Hmm.
I practice myself every day, um, a little, uh, and lose means I practice
Leosa,
with
that means.
myself every day. Ein Kurswort starter is one crossword.
Sorry, this is not strenge. This is there is an also. Ich strenge mich täglich ein bisschen an. I exert myself a little bit und löse, and I solve crossword.
Okay. Um, and ich spiele ein Instrument und übe täglich. I play a
Hmm.
instrument and übe is
Übe to practice.
practice every day.
Hmm.
So,
Üben und ich übe.
so bay, bay is the answer.
Hmm. So you put some pressure on your head. You do some like activities, and then you
Right.
solve this crossword puzzle. Okay, Nummer 8. Jemand verschluckt eine Biene. Verschluckt oder verschlucken, that means to swallow. Eine Biene, like somebody has swallowed a bee und wird im Hals gestochen. And something is like happening, or the throat, Hals, it got like stuck or very choked, or it starts to get irritated. Was machen Sie? What will you do? Nachdem Sie den Rettungsdienst gerufen haben. So meanwhile, you call the ambulance services. Rettungsdienst is ambulance services. Please keep noting down new words. So as soon like after you call the ambulance service, what will you do? Sam.
Sie legen der Person lauwarme Tücher den Hals. So need to put something warm on the neck.
On their throat, like warm towel or warm cloth.
Sie achten darauf, dass ich die Person nicht hinlegt. Dass sich die Person nicht hinlegt. So to attention.
You'll take care auf etwas achten, that you will take care that the person does not lie or he does not lie down.
Sie geben der Person Eiswürfel zum Lützen und kühlen den Hals mit kalten Tüchern. They a person Eiswürfel. What is Eiswürfel?
Something ice cubes.
Ice cubes. Okay. Okay. And Hals mit kalten Tüchern. I think bake.
Okay. Ashwini, what do you think in this situation? Because I'm also not sure what will I do in this emergency situation.
First
So here,
sentence he is talking about warm.
To put something warm on the person's throat. Then you take care that the person does not lie down. And third is that you will give the person some ice cubes to suck, like to swallow down the ice cubes. Und kühlen den Hals mit kaltem Tüchern. And you'll cold down the throat with something, a cold towel or something. So what should we do?
C won't be there for sure.
I think they, because A and C both are contradictory.
Right.
Should
Sam,
be
you should have the right answer for this. You're MBBS already. What will you do in this emergency situation?
I think A or B.
A or B? Okay, you will keep the person sitting there. You won't let him lie down. You will make him sit, and then you will put the warm towel on his neck, right? So that you can follow A and B.
Both will do.
Is that what you're going to do?
The main thing is like we have to wait till the Rettungsdienst come. That's it actually, because we shouldn't do anything like prior to that. Like and also doing these things are like as when he said, it's contradict. Like we shouldn't do those things.
Okay. Okay, gehen wir weiter. Now we have the situation im Krankenhaus, that is in hospital. Here also we have one conversation. We listen to it and then we read the transcription. Okay, so first we'll listen to it and then we'll read the transcription. This is 3b.
Was soll denn an die Aufgabe 3b und c? Gespräch 1.
Guten Morgen.
Was soll denn an diesem Morgen gut sein?
Na, wie fühlen wir uns denn heute?
Also ich weiß ja nicht, wie Sie sich fühlen, aber ich fühle mich irgendwie schwach. Immer noch müde.
Na, jetzt frühstücken Sie erst mal. Dann geht es Ihnen bestimmt besser.
Das kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Und Appetit habe ich auch keinen. Noch 2 Tage im Krankenhaus. Wie soll ich das nur aushalten?
Na, übertreiben Sie da nicht etwas? 2 Tage gehen doch schnell vorbei. Seien Sie froh, Ihr Arm ist nur gebrochen.
Nur? Also mir reicht das.
Sie sollten nicht so viel liegen. Dann würden Sie sich fitter fühlen. Und wie ist es mit der Krankengymnastik?
Ach, so ein bisschen die Finger bewegen, das bringt doch nichts.
Also ich kann Ihnen nur dringend raten, Gymnastik zu machen. Sonst dauert alles viel länger.
Na gut.
Brauchen Sie jetzt noch Hilfe?
Ja, das wäre sehr nett. Ich möchte mir die Haare waschen. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das allein schaffe.
Also ich kann Ihnen gern zeigen, wie Sie das am besten machen.
Und beim Anziehen habe ich noch Probleme. Ich kann mir die Hose nicht anziehen.
Das machen wir nach dem Frühstück. Sie brauchen mich nur zu rufen, wenn ich Ihnen helfen soll.
Das ist nett. Vielen Dank.
Und ich muss Sie warnen. Wenn Sie jetzt wieder nichts essen, dann verbessert sich Ihr Zustand viel langsamer. Ihr Körper braucht die Energie.
Dann frühstücke ich jetzt mal. Das sieht ja mal wieder lecker aus.
Gespräch 2.
Okay, haben Sie das verstanden?
Okay.
Okay, so here basically what you have to figure out, in welcher Stimmung ist der Patient, like in which mood the patient is in and what all helps he need and why. So I'll play this conversation one more time, and then I think there is one more conversation in the same situation.
So the patient, what is that?
Yes, patient, patient. So in which mood is the patient and what all help does he need and why?
Okay.
Diesen Morgen
Nicht da nicht Hausaufgaben zu machen und arbeiten. Und am Wochenende schaffe ich das nicht. Bauen und
Gespräch 1.
Guten Morgen.
Was soll denn an diesem Morgen gut sein?
Na, wie fühlen wir uns denn heute?
Also ich weiß ja nicht, wie Sie sich fühlen, aber ich fühle mich irgendwie schwach. Immer noch müde.
Na, jetzt frühstücken Sie erst mal. Dann geht es Ihnen bestimmt besser.
Das kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Und Appetit habe ich auch keinen. Noch 2 Tage im Krankenhaus. Wie soll ich das nur aushalten?
Na, übertreiben Sie da nicht etwas? 2 Tage gehen doch schnell vorbei. Seien Sie froh, Ihr Arm ist nur gebrochen.
Nur? Also mir reicht das.
Sie sollten nicht so viel liegen, dann würden Sie sich fitter fühlen. Und wie ist es mit der Krankengymnastik?
Ach, so ein bisschen die Finger bewegen, das bringt doch nichts.
Also ich kann Ihnen nur dringend raten, Gymnastik zu machen, sonst dauert alles viel länger.
Na gut.
Brauchen Sie jetzt noch Hilfe?
Ja, das wäre sehr nett. Ich möchte mir die Haare waschen. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das allein schaffe.
Also ich kann Ihnen gern zeigen, wie Sie das am besten machen.
Und beim Anziehen habe ich noch Probleme. Ich kann mir die Hose nicht anziehen.
Das machen wir nach dem Frühstück. Sie brauchen mich nur zu rufen, wenn ich Ihnen helfen soll.
Das ist nett. Vielen Dank.
Und ich muss Sie warnen. Wenn Sie jetzt wieder nichts essen, dann verbessert sich Ihr Zustand viel langsamer. Ihr Körper braucht die Energie.
Dann frühstücke ich jetzt mal. Das sieht ja mal wieder lecker aus.
Gespräch 2.
Hi Nick, wie geht's? Wie steht's?
Hallo Juliana. Na, langsam geht es besser. Aber mir ist so langweilig.
Oh, was kann ich für dich tun? Soll ich dir ein paar Zeitschriften kaufen?
Danke, das wäre toll. Und vielleicht noch ein spannendes Buch.
Und sonst noch etwas?
Vielleicht könntest du ja bei mir zu Hause vorbeifahren und meinen Laptop holen.
Warum brauchst du denn deinen Laptop? Willst du etwa arbeiten? Das ist nicht gut für dich. Du musst dich ausruhen.
Nein, aber dann kann ich Filme schauen und im Internet surfen. Hier gibt es nämlich WLAN.
Okay. Und sonst noch etwas?
Also ein paar Wünsche hätte ich schon noch.
Ja?
Nein, du brauchst sonst nichts zu machen. Das war nur ein Witz. Komm, ich spendiere dir einen Kaffee in der Cafeteria. Du brauchst mir nur ein...
Na klar doch. Dann mal los.
Gut.
Jetzt verstanden? So there were two conversations. One this patient was having with this Krankenschwester and one with his friend. So in conversation first, where he was having the conversation with the sister or with this Krankenschwester, so you have to tell, in welcher Stimmung ist der Patient, welche Hilfe braucht er und warum. So in conversation first, what was his mood, what all helps he need, and why does he need that. So both of you will answer all the questions. So Sam, let's start with you. In Gespräch 1.
I didn't understand the first part of the Krankenschwester.
Okay. Did you understood the second conversation?
Yeah. In the second conversation, he was really bored, so he wanted. So that was his mood.
Können Sie das auf Deutsch erzählen? Bitte erzählen Sie das auf Deutsch.
Der Patient war sehr langweilig und er braucht eine Computer oder Laptop, weil Films sehen hat.
Weil er die Filme sehen möchte oder im Internet surfen möchte.
Okay. Ja. Danach, warum? Yeah, that is why.
Okay. Okay, Ashwini, what all you understood from both the conversations?
From first conversation, he was talking about means like from last 2 days.
Auf Deutsch bitte. Welche Stimmung, welche Hilfe braucht er und warum? Bitte erzählen Sie auf Deutsch.
The patient is in bad Stimmung.
Okay, also der Patient ist müde. He is sad.
Yeah,
Und warum ist er müde? Why is he sad? Can somebody answer that? Warum ist der Patient müde?
Means he was not able to get up from the bed from last 2 days, I think.
He has to stay in the hospital for next 2 days. Der Patient war müde, weil er für noch 2 Tage im Krankenhaus bleiben muss. Because he has to stay in the hospital for another 2 days. Er für, das ist O mit Umlaut, für noch 2 Tagen im Krankenhaus bleiben muss. Because he has to stay for another 2 days in the hospital. Und welche Hilfe braucht er? Die Haare waschen, die Hose anziehen. Because he has broke one of his hand, so he was not able to do most of the activities. Also hat gesagt, ich kann nicht anziehen und braucht Hilfe mit die Haare zu waschen. Jetzt verstanden? Okay, so now we are running out of time for today's class. So as of now, like for today also we have 1 or 2 activities more to do. So as a homework, what you will do, you have the transcriptions already in the drive. Just a second. So here the transcription you can find already in the book. Let me tell you the page number to make it easier for you. Drive B. Okay, so this is the page number. Page number 4. Seite 4. course book transcription, chapter 7 to 12. So here we have both the conversations here. So you will read it and you will try to understand whatever he was saying in detail. And not just for this, whenever you get time from your schedule, all the listening exercise you should do followed by reading the transcription, because B1 I always keep saying is more about learning new words and explaining and understanding the situations. Okay? Jetzt gehen wir weiter. Now, before we wrap up the class, let's read this one more exercise here. Okay. So, Information für Ihre Aufenthalt in unserer Klinik. So, here there is one like clinic, Fine Clinic Stuttgart, and here they are giving some information for your stay in our clinic. So, also es gibt Informationen zum Essen und Getränke, what you can eat and drink in their clinic, your clothes, in order to see TV, telephone services, Besuchszeiten, visiting hours, Wertsachen, your valuable things, Notausgang und Notfälle, anything related to emergency situation. So initial 3 things, Ashwini you will read, and last 4 topics, Sam you will read, and then we'll understand what they are talking about.
Essen und Getränke. Das Küchenteam bereitet täglich 3 Hauptmahlzeiten, davon immer ein Verträgisch, vegetarisch und mehrere Zwischenmahlzeiten, so für dieetische
Ernährung. Ja,
dieetische Ernährung ist unsere Diätassistentin zuständig. Auf den Stationen steht Ihnen jederzeit kostenlos Mineralwasser zur Verfügung, ebenso wie Tee und Kaffee.
So here for eating, for your food and beverages, they are saying the cooking team always prepares, like on daily basis, the cooking team or the kitchen team prepares 3 main meals. Hauptmahlzeiten, 3 main meals, out of which one will be vegetarian food, und mehrere, and most of the Zwischenmahlzeiten. Hauptmahlzeiten, main meal, and then Zwischenmahlzeiten, like in between meals. Für diätische Ernährung ist unsere Diätassistentin zuständig. For your diet and nutrition, our diet assistant is responsible or is always there. Auf den Stationen, at the stations as in like there are like water or tea and coffee stations always there, like we have in offices also and in hospitals also. So at the stations there is always like free mineral water is always there at your service. Zur Verfügung is means like at your service or at your disposal. So at all the stations there is always mineral water at your service or at your disposal, as well as tea and coffee. Okay, jetzt Kleidung.
Bitte nehmen Sie bequeme Kleidung mit, neben Nachthemd, Schlafanzug, Bettmantel und Hausschuhe, eigentlich Trainingszüge für Ihren Kleinkaufenthalt.
Aufenthalt. So now here they are talking about clothes. Bitte nehmen Sie bequeme Kleidungen mitnehmen. Please bring along comfortable clothes, and in that, like, or with that, it should be like your night t-shirts or your night clothes, your sleeping clothes, Badamantal, your the like the bathing. What do we call it? Like once we bathe, after that we wear it now.
Bathrobe.
Yeah, yeah, bathrobe. Und Hausschuhen, your house shoes like literally not means house shoes, but that means like any slippers or any shoes which you wear at home, because whatever you wear at home is very comfortable. Your house slippers basically, and something for your exercise purposes for your stay in the clinic. Fernsehen.
Mit dem Fernseher Geräte können Sie 30 Programme empfangen. Die Nutzung des Apparatus kostet 2,50
2,50 Euro pro Tag.
Euro pro Tag. Die Gebühren bezahlen Sie bei der Ent Entlassung. Die die Gebühren Weisung,
Gebrauchsanweisung.
Weisung für die Fernbedienung finden Sie neben Ihr Zimmertür.
So here now they're talking about the television service. Mit dem Fernsehgerät können Sie 30 Programme empfangen. So for the in the television you can find 30 programs or 30 channels. Die Nutzung des Apparats kostet this much. So if you will take this service, that will cost you to 2.5 euros per day. Dann die Gebühren bezahlen Sie bei der Entlassung. So you will do the payment once you will leave the hospital or at the time of your billing. Die Gebrauchsanweisung, all the requirements which you need for this TV service, you can find it near to your room door. Okay, telephone. Sam?
What is this place, by the way?
This place?
Yes, is it a hospital?
Fine, yeah, fine clinic, Stuttgart. It's like you can say Fortis.
Okay.
So it's like 5-star clinic, you can say.
Hmm. 5-star hospital.
Yeah. Okay, telephone.
Ja,
Sam,
Telefon. Die Gebühren für das Telefon betragen 2 Euro pro Tag, inklusive Gespräche ins deutsche Festnetz. Ihre Rufnummer steht gut sichtbar auf der SIP-Karte, die Sie am Automaten neben der Reception erhalten.
So here they are talking about telephone services. The Gebühren is fees. So the fees for telephone service is 2 euro per day, which is inclusive of your conversations in German landline. So if let's say, because there are different charges now when you're calling from your phone either on landline or on the mobile, the charges differs. So here they are saying this 2 euro per day inclusive of your conversations in German landlines. Festnetz is landline. Ihre Rufnummer steht gut sichtbar auf der Chipkarte. Your phone number or Rufnummer, it is like clearly visible on your chip card, which die Sie am Automaten neben der Rezeption erhalten, which you can find near to your reception.
Besuchseiten. Besucher sind prinzipiell jederzeit willkommen. Am besten eignet sich der Nachmittag. Bitte nehmen Sie bei Besuchern Rücksicht auf Nachbarn. So the visitors.
Visiting hours. Besuchzeiten, visiting hours. Besucher sind prinzipiell jederzeit willkommen. So mainly the visitors are always are welcome at any time. They can come at any time. Am besten eignet sich der Nachmittag. Preferably it is best that they come at the Nachmittag, like after late noon. Bitte nehmen Sie bei Besuchen Rücksicht auf Ihre Zimmer Nachbarn. But at the time of visit, you should pay attention or you should be careful about your neighboring rooms also. That means you should not be very loud or very disturbing to the other patients in your neighboring rooms whenever there is any visitor in your room. Dann Wert Sachen your valuable things.
Wir empfehlen Ihnen sämtliche Wertsachen im Schließfach in Ihrem Schrank auszubewahren.
Also bewahren, not bewahren. So here, for valuable things, they are saying that they suggest that you compile all your valuable stuff and you put it in a locker or you store it in the locker. Okay. Notausgang und Notfälle.
An emergency. Bei einem Notfall drücken Sie den Alarmknopf. Der Weg zum Notausgang ist besiedelt.
So here they're talking about Notausgang, like emergency passage and emergency situation. If in case there any emergency situation, please press the alarm button, and then the way for the Notausgang, the way for the emergency passage has already been signpost. Beschildert as in signpost, or there are signs already which will be make it easier for you to find the emergency passage. Verstanden?
Yeah.
Now another thing which you have to write: welche Regeln und Informationen gibt es in Kliniken in Ihrem Heimatland? So like in your locality or in your city, what is basically the rules when it comes to any clinic or any hospital? So what are all the basic rules related to Essen und Trinken, Kleidungen, Fernsehen or any other services? So you have to write a small paragraph on that. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now for tomorrow, I have one small grammar topic followed by some of the reading exercises which we will be doing tomorrow.